like the heart, hatred, impatience, hastiness. If the heart have healthy one and good, and we are grow more positive emotional to balancing the negative, now the heart good. So like the spleen, pancreas involved with worry, anxiety, mistrust. So if we make the spleen, pancreas healthy and grow more good virtue, and it's going to balancing the negative and positive. So we understand that which organ have what negative emotional, and the theory in the Tao is fire balance negative positive, not let them out of balance, they can control. Like the lung, sadness and depression. Now, when we make the lung stronger and grow our positive energy of courage, righteous feeling, and fire balance of negative positive, now we are in a good mood and good emotional. Sadness, depression, the fear, phobia, trauma in the kidney, that is cause a lot of problem for us. When people, like for example, like lung, when people, the lung very sick, you look at them, they're depressed. When they are the lung strong and healthy, they look more courage, righteous, and sincerity. They have better energy inside the organ. Kidney, fear, phobia, trauma. Now, when kidney sick, we have a lot of fear. The Tao believe that way. When we try to strengthening the kidney, give them more energy and balancing soft, gentle, calm, and peace, now the emotional we can control and balance. Balancing is the key. Liver, angry, jealousy, envy, frustration. And there are a lot of shame, a lot of many, we have so many names and we don't know how to do it. When liver gets sick or overheat, people get angry very easily. Stress, angry, frustration, all come from the liver out of balance and get sick. And so when we grow good virtue like kindness, generosity, you don't have to be absolutely very good. And you don't have to be absolutely very bad. In the Tao, we call yin-yang balance. When two things balance, emotional can control, and we are easier. When I learned this, I said, I like this practice, okay? I grew up with so many philosophy, psychology, and so many learning, so many things. And this is sin, you do this is sin, and this is bad, and this and that. Now, we just try to define this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. But we don't know how to find a balance, and we know, okay, I don't want to make over. That's all. And I like the one we call balance. And they make a good relationship often because the Tao very emphasize in the 5 elements. So we very emphasize in the creating cycle. So when this is what the West, they discover that when you have good virtue in the organ, and the Tao said when you have good virtue, they have to find a balance. The organ actually can help producing hormone system, help the brain producing more hormone. Like the heart, when they're in the love, joy, happy, appreciation, it can help the brain producing oxytocin. The spleen, pancreas, when they have open, fair, trust, happiness, all of them is joy and happiness because the heart is the one that activates all the organ in love, joy, happy, and the open, fair. So now they're producing more serotonin, help producing more. The lung also, when you feel courage, righteous, sincerity, it helps the brain producing serotonin. And the lung and the kidney also, it keeps us calm, gentle, and peace. It producing many, many growth hormone together with the liver, growth hormone, and producing a lot of stimulate the stem cell and everything. So it's a lot of hormone producing in the organ also. And this one we call creating cycle. If you don't do the creating cycle, they become a counteract cycle. Every time I do it, I feel so good. I say, why don't more people do this? Because we have so much problem emotional in this world, but people are just talk, and too much in the brain and too emotional, but the organ are suffer. So the creating cycle very simple. When the heart have love, joy, happiness, it radiate out into the spleen, pancreas, stomach. So we said the fire creating earth, the is earth. Now the West discovered that if this love, joy, happiness bring to the spleen pancreas, it help when in good energy, it help producing more hormone rather than fighting each other. So the earth, or we call spleen, if you have big earth, you dig down, you find metal, that's lung. So we said the heart is a parent of the earth. And the earth is the parent or give birth to the metal. Metal creating, attracting more water. And that's kidney. Kidney give birth to the wood. And that's liver. And liver give birth to the fire, and that is heart fire. Now they become parent and children relationship. When they come into one cycle, everybody become a family. They don't fight. But when they have a counteract cycle, so and usually we said one big, one small, and they started to fight each other. So like, for example, said, we know that water, when they have a lot of water, it can push off fire. But since the water, and since the fire have the children is earth. So fire and earth have a good relationship, a parent relationship. But when the water try to put off the fire, we call kill the fire. Now the earth is the children of the fire. The earth can block the water. And in the West, they discovered this is a side effect of medicine, side effect of food, side effect of many things. If you take a medicine, try to fix the kidney, it can hurt the heart. So now we have internal conflict. That is a big thing in this world, conflict. And we know that some people are very good in creating conflict in the world. And they, in their world is more crazy in the world, and they're better. Okay. Now, when the earth block the water, now they're three in war. They are in war now, in conflict now, big conflict. And the earth children is wood element, the tree. The water give birth to tree. So tree is the children of the water. So when the earth block the water, now the tree say, oh, this is my parent, you kill me. So tree can control the earth. And you see that conflict and more conflict. Now the earth being controlled by the tree. So now the children of the earth is metal. Metal can cut the wood. But the wood children is fire. Fire can melt the metal. So now we have big fighting, big fighting. And the Tao said, all the fighting in this world, the Tao believe it. Somebody don't believe it, it's okay, you know. Start from their own organ, start to have conflict in themselves first. The organ of the person organ are fighting each other. And now they started to also affecting the person to be conflict with the people around them. And this conflict spread. People around them, the neighbor, the community, the family, it just spread out like that. Now in the Tao said, the first thing we have to stop this conflict. So very simple. In the Tao said, accordion. So you, in the before that, water and fire, they kill each other. Or we say kidney and heart, they're fighting each other. So in the Tao said, the water and fire, they don't harmony. They don't come together. So human takes so long to be water and fire, and later on takes so long to creating a stove, or we call a pot and a stove, you know. Takes so long. So many 100,000 years to 1,000,000 years to discover how to make a pot and separate the water in the pot and put the fire in the stove. So the Tao said, now they don't fight. Water and fire don't fight anymore. But when they combine together, they become power, qi, steam, qi. Now we have another pair. We have another pair is the metal and wood. When the water and fire stop fighting, metal also started to stop fighting with the wood. And when they stop fighting, they discover that, when we burn the fire, when the fire burning, one day the fire going to be finished. So the wood said, I have wood, so I can supply you fire. And metal, we believe that also can attract more water. So when the fire burns on the water and the water eventually becomes steam. So we have lesser water. So now, when the metal can creating more water and water can supply to the water in the cauldron, now they all work as a team now. So now originally the stove and the pot are made from clay, we call earth. So we said the earth in the center, or we call the pot and the stove in the center. And the element, they started to work as a team and they're helping each other. So every day when I started to do this and fire balance, and I said, my life is balanced. I'm very happy. I'm more balanced, you know. So now, fusion in the beginning is a little bit, sometimes, you know, sometimes we say fusion, it can be a little bit confusion. But actually, it's not. If you trust me, you boil up into holding the one. So in the basic that we learn, we're holding the one is the stove here, right here. The fire. We still use that, but we change. The holding the one is the center of the pot. So the fusion is that you have to gathering, so the pot, or we call the cauldron here, you have to gathering all the ingredient into the pot. And now you holding this, the pot center. So the pot center is behind the navel. So when you touch the navel, you behind the navel, and you focus on it. Now you fire a line from the navel to the back, and a line from the top to bottom, and that is the center. And that different from we call the Dantian fire center. So you separate the stove and the pot, that's all you do. That's all. So the fire center is below the navel. And you make below the navel 1.5 inches, and you make a line from here to the back. A line from the top to bottom. Intersection, that is the point we call a stove center. In the fusion, you have to work together, but the behind the navel, we call the pot center, is the one that gathering all the ingredient into it. So now, it's just like you have to do chopping. You have to know what ingredient, what you're going to do. I want to make a steak. I want to make a onion soup. I want to make carrot soup. So now you have to list out. I want to have fish. I want to have vegetable. So now you have to gather ingredient. It takes so many 100,000 years until we have a supermarket. Everything is there, okay? And that's what I'm going to teach you. You have to gather ingredient, okay? And you go to the supermarket and you just buy all the ingredient that you need, and you put in the kitchen, in the refrigerator, and you prepare them, and you put that in a pot. Prepare them, put it in a pot, or put that in the dish. You put it in a small pot. We call a collection point. Collection point. That's it. So you have a collection point, or we say a bowl. So this one put in one bowl, this one put in one bowl, this one go in one bowl. That's all. So all you do, believe me and trust me, and I just salute you that trust me. You're only holding the one, this point, just the pot center. That's all you do. And the rest I'm doing for you now, I link everything for you into this pot center. That's all. Link. You don't worry about the link. You follow me. I guide you to the practice 1 to 9 few times. Now we try to program you and link them into the center. And when you press the button, it's just like a computer, a mobile telephone, very complicated. All you learn, you're not going to learn how to make it, but you learn how to press the button and make it happen. And in the basic, I keep on telling over and over, say, hey, you're holding the Dantian fire. That's all you're going to do. And the link that I try to do for you, the energy, the light, the fire, the orbit, it's going to be moved. You don't worry about that. Only have enough power and everything will start to move. And once you get this pot center point, now you're only going to hold the fire center, hold the Dantian center, we call the pot center, 95%, and holding the fire only 1% only. That's all you do. That's all you do. And all what I'm going to teach you for this 4 days, because every time I link together, every time I link for you, and when you started in the middle center point, all what we are learning is going to happen. It's going to link and connecting, and it happens. And all I ask you is trust me. Why? I'm doing this thing so many years now. I'm teaching so many people, okay? Trust me. When you don't understand and don't trust me in the end, oh, so much, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You're making a road, you are wiring the wiring, and all the wiring is so complicated, when you wire them all together, you only press one button, everything happens. And you look at the control center, there's so many wiring, but the people operating only a few buttons and everything will work. You have to trust me. This is, I help you programming. When I guide you, I help you and send energy to help you. And when I doing about nighttime, you are programming into your body, into your organ, and you link together. That's all. Okay? So that's all you have to do, holding the one. Will you believe me? Okay? Now, definitely, if you want to be a teacher, you have to learn more step by step how to teach the people. So you're just holding the one. That's it. Holding the one in the pot here. Pot. Here, pot here. Holding the one here. You learn holding the fire center below the navel. That's all you learn. You're going to do all the rest of your life also, I tell you, if you believe me. And the rest, you just relax. Let me help you program you. So when I teach you, guide you, I send you energy. Now you started to feel something, and they link together. So, okay, so that is the major key. So we're going to do, let's stand up first and do some simple exercise. We have also learning the Tan Tien Chi Gong. Tan Tien is this area, okay? So Tan Tien, we use the navel in the center. Below the navel, 1 point, above the navel, right side, left side. Okay, so in this area, the whole abdominal, and the Tao very emphasized this many thousand years. Take care of this, you have better health, better emotional, better mood, and you live longer, and you make a lot of money because you're healthy, and you have, every organ have intelligence, and you have more intelligence, more wisdom, and you can make your life much more happier. When you drain your organ and you finish it, now you get big trouble. And it's only a few years that West discovered, oh my God, we discovered the top secret of the top secret. If you can take care of your digestion, absorption, elimination well, that is the secret of the top secret to be longevity. They still have the theory, but this is the practice. And this is many thousand-year practice. And it's many million people go through the practice, and it proved that it worked that way. So all we're doing is this area, balancing with the mind, and the heart and the organ. That's what they are. So the Dantian. So the old way is the breathing. So in the Tao said, if you look at this area, have many vital organs, in a very simple way, if you understand a very simple concept. The abdominal and organ can be expand and can be contract. And it act like a heart. So if you understand that, so the Tao said, so we said here is the heart. We call an extra heart. Because the good health involved with when the heart pump the blood into, so a lot of blood go into the organ and the brain. But the organ, oftentimes they are the heavy metal, toxic, and a lot of fat, leftover food, everything are blocking the organ, you know. When they block, the heart pump blood cannot go in, now the heart has to pump more. Now the organ going to get sick. The organ going to get sick. Hello? Hello? Just press your button. Okay. So the organ will get sick. So now let divide into 1, 2, 3. And later on divide into 5. So in the middle, there is the intestine and a lot and kidney area. So we call Dantian, you actually training this area. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And when you go detail on, we have left and right and the lung. So the Dantian means the whole abdominal area. For me, I believe this. If you do your abdominal breathing every day, you're getting healthier. You don't have to be doing too many other things. So we start with below, middle, upper. So easy to remember. So below the navel, in the lady you have ovary, uterus, and part of the small intestine. A man, you have bladder, prostate gland, testicle area. So we do exhale. When you say you exhale and inhale. Okay. So let's try to be not confuse you. Some people, I just do 2 breathing and people confuse. Let's do a reverse breathing. And just remember, a reverse breathing is you always start with exhale, flatten down, and you inhale, you suck in your tummy. And exhale, you expand. Inhale, you suck in your lower abdominal and very gentle pull up your pelvic floor. And when you do the healing love well, when you contract, you feel the all area, the 5 zone area, you feel it all. And front, middle, perineum, you feel it. The area, and you pull them up. Okay, so exhale. Inhale, suck in. Exhale. So let's do 9 times. The best way is 9 times rest for a moment, and 9 times, and 9 times. So 4 9 times is 36. The number 9 in the Tao belief is a programming number. And the West know as a universal number, the key to the universe. So 369. So that's always involved with the Tai Chi and infinity symbol and triangle and round. They're all the universal number. But the Tao believe that 9 times your brain started to remember. Or we say programming.